A really small but really significant place was a kitchen drawer, the kind of top main kitchen drawer. So it only took 15-20 minutes to empty out, get it all out, see what I really needed in there, put the other things back, got rid of stuff, put things where they should have been in the first place, found the kids' Nerf bullets, found the girls' hair stuff, found really random things. And now the drawer, you open it and it's just what should be there. I can see what's there. And it's the drawer that I use, I don't know how many times a day, probably 50 times a day or whatever. And when I open that drawer now, before I'd open that drawer and I just feel this mild underlying stress. Like, I can't see what's in there. I need the oven gloves, I need this, I need that. Where is it? Now I open it and it's just like that feeling of calm and control. And it's okay, I know where everything is. So that was just like a really small area, but actually makes a really big
season where I have 4 kids under the age, I have 5 and under. And so, and I just had a baby 10 months ago. So if you can imagine what my house kind of looks like on a daily basis. And if, you go in the closets and the drawers, it's like, it's a mess, and it's not, it's not a fun place to be. And it just, when I would wake up in the morning and I have to like be ready and take care of all of these people and myself. And I just was like really drudging it. And I did not like it. I'm going to get emotional, but
it can feel defeating, right?
It really was. And I'm so happy now because being in your program, I just was able to tackle everybody thinks like I look like a really well put together person, and
you are.
I am, and it's hard to think that I am when my house, as I saw it, looks like just an uncomfortable space. So when Brenna's coach mom spirit, she really helped me, and she helped me tackle these places in my home minutes at a time, and I can already see everybody's pictures that they're posting. Like, it's a wonder what 15 minutes can do
it is
in your house. And I just started feeling like more confident in loving my home at the same time, confident that I could like have a clean house and a clean pantry, and my kids could be happy and helping me. And they're only, I've got a 5-year-old as my oldest, and I'm implementing these plans that Brenna's given me, and it's been a happier house, and I've been happy at the same time, which is crazy to think, like, with a 10-month-old in the house. And I've been so thankful, and I was able to tackle a lot, Brenna.
For a weekend, and normally when we unload the car, we throw the kids in the house, or we find something for them to do, and then Josh and I, my husband and I, walk back and forth to the car, back and forth, back and forth. This time, I packed them their own backpacks, or they helped pack their backpacks with their pajamas and clothes and a stuffy. And so I prepped them, like you say, to prep them. I prepped them, and I said, when we go in, you're going to be in charge of your own backpack, and we're going to show you your room, and then your job, each individual person, you're going to unpack your own backpack and find places for your things, so that when you get ready during the day or at night, you know where your stuff is. And it was amazing. I was not in charge. I even brought the stand tall bin for their dirty clothes, and I put it in their room, and they had to decide where it went. But I wasn't in charge of dressing them or putting their PJs on or having to deal with anything in their room. They were in charge of everything for them. And so I actually was able to be in charge of my own things. I did my thing, and I didn't have to do anything with them. And it was the same for unpacking. It was the same for packing.
So much change. These last few months have been so different because I've really taken your advice about the timer in particular, and just discovering what I can do in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes has just transformed our home. As I just go through it layer by layer, especially to your form, as like figuring out which kids would be best for which jobs and to inspire them. Now they've gotten so used to it that they'll actually volunteer to do certain jobs when I'm doing it. So if I'm loading the dishwasher, they come up and say, hey, can I help with the dishes? just organizing more too in general, so I can direct people where things are, that they can know where things are so they can do it themselves, has been such a difference. Even David saying, oh, maybe I need to organize this stuff of mine or that stuff. And I'm like, oh, okay, good for you, So kind of having my family catch on to, we like this, we like knowing where things are. We have way too much of this or way too much of that, and that's why we can't manage it. So we need to get rid of it, or get rid of some of it. So that's been really, really amazing.
That's so good. Do you feel like you've been a more fun mom since you've gotten a handle on your home?
Yes, it's been a really neat shift, because I would used to think, okay, I have to do this thing, and this thing takes an hour, 2 hours to do. But now that I've been doing it in small chunks and having timers, now I feel like I have more time to just spend with my kids, to be crafting, to be making something, and feel that emotional energy to do something like that, or freedom to make a mess. Because when the house is a mess, it's like, I don't want to bring out the paints. Like, are you kidding? So now that things are more orderly, I feel like I'm in a better emotional state, and I can bring out the mess to have fun with them.
Right.
And they can help me put it away. And there's a system for that. And now I can find the art supplies. And it's amazing to have my house clean on a Tuesday when no one's coming over,
Yes.
But it's good for us, and I thought about how much I value guests coming over, and then how much I value my kids or my husband when he comes home. And just to be able to have a tidy home for him that he can come home and relax in. And I've come to realize how much I actually can fit in a drawer or put on the surface that I can manage. And it's way less than I thought. But now I can easily just put it back in the drawer, or wipe the counter, because some counters or surfaces don't get wiped just because they're so cluttered or have so much dust. It's like I just won't even think about it. I just kind of block it out of my mind, and then I don't even enjoy looking at it anymore. And the decorations are defeating themselves. They're no longer bringing any kind of presence to them for the home. Now it's like you're just becoming another thing I have to manage. I have a journal on my counter now. And I have fun taking the kids' measurements. And now when they say something funny, I can just look at the counter and jot it down real fast. And it's there. And I've always dreamt of doing that. And I had no idea why it was such a roadblock in my mind. It's your phrase, it's a dream to have a team. I don't know why, but that's so powerful. And it's been really transforming my mind of how I think about the home, instead of just wanting well-behaved children,
Yes.
To have a team, to someone to work together. And it has a higher, deeper meaning than just be good.
That's awesome.
And so that's been, just trickling into our lives. And just the way that you articulated parenting is such a gift from God. I think there's so much of a victim mentality as a parent right now. I feel like, your kids are so hard, and you have to do this, and your mom, and you're always tired, But in your book, the way it came across was those were real things, but this is a privilege. And this is something to meet with a challenge. And we already felt like good parents, pretty organized. Our kids were, not to pat myself on the back, but they were the best behaved kids wherever we went. And it was so cool to look and go, wow, we could step up our game.
That's
there's
awesome.
more to do. It's really neat to see that, and to see our kids grow and have that perspective, especially with littles. We're in a very different place than even when we were a year ago. Our house, just slowly but surely, from top to even basement, has become more organized and more clean. And it feels like I'm living in someone else's house, like a bed and breakfast situation. It just feels so less stressful.
Probably like a lot of people, it's one thing to set a goal and walk it alone. But with this, there's a whole bunch of people setting similar goals, and you don't have to walk it alone. You can, feed off of other people and what they're doing and their encouragement. And then you get to give it as well. And so that was day one. The first thing I noticed was I'm very motivated because I'm not in this by myself. There's a whole bunch of moms who are, facing the same things that I'm facing, and we're going to help each other do it together. So I've said it several times to you. I kind of wish that I had read your book and known some of your tactics a long time ago, because I think it would have, because I don't feel like I thrived during the years where they were little. I just survived. And kind of a bummer to say that, because maybe it could have been better and different.
Well, what would you say to someone who's thinking about, they're on the fence, should I join the Coach Mom tribe? Should I not? What would you tell them about it from your experience?
Plain and simple, you have everything to gain and nothing to lose.